alkalinity of water is a measure to neutralize acids. The alkalinity of natural water due to the salt of weak acid, although weak or strong bases may also contribute. Objective of this experiment is to gain a knowledge of the method used to measure pH and alkalinity. Next, to be able to calibrate pH meter, and lastly, to determine the alkalinity of water sample and express it in terms of ppm of calcium carbonate.
So today I will tell you about the apparatus and the reagent that will be used in the alkalinity test. So the first one is pH meter, second one is rate, the third one is measuring cylinder, fourth is beaker, fifth is magnetic stirrer, sixth is hot plate stirrer, and the reagent that will be used is hydronic acid and distilled water. Next is the procedure of the alkalinity test. So the first step is we need to rinse the pH electrode and the 100 ml beaker with distilled water. So we need to rinse this both before using it. And the second step is we need to transfer 100 ml of water sample into the beaker. By using measuring cylinder, we transfer the sample to the beaker. Right? The third step is we need to dip the pH electrode into the sample. So this is the pH electrode and we need to dip into the sample. And the fourth is we need to stir the sample with magnetic stirrer. So this is the magnetic stirrer and we put it into the sample, to the beaker. Right? And we need to make sure that the pH electrode, the bottom of the pH electrode does not touch or does not contact with the magnetic stirrer.
But the pH when constant reading is obtained, add hydrochloric acid using borate in increment of 0.2 to 0.5 ml into the beaker. After each addition, mix the solution thoroughly but gently with magnetic stirrer to avoid speedy splashing, and record the pH when the constant reading is observed.
Next, we need to continue at the titrant and measure the pH until the value is 4.0 is obtained. And then, data obtained should be recorded into a suitable data. And 11, construct the titration curve. Alright, the pH versus the cumulative. And number 12 is, from the curve, we need to find the value of hydrochloric acid when the pH is 8.3 and 4.5. And the last is, we need to compute the alkalinity values for both volume of hydrochloric acid from step 12 in ppm of calcium carbonate.
Biochemical oxygen demand, or BOD, is the amount of dissolved oxygen needed by aerobic biological organisms to break down the organic material present in the water sample. The objective is to determine the biochemical oxygen demand in the water sample.
Good day, Doctor. I'm LOIS CHONG. I will now proceed to demonstrate the procedure of BOD test. Firstly, dilution of water is prepared by adding 1 ml each of phosphate buffer, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride, ferric chloride into it. Next, water samples that are taken from upstream and downstream are neutralized to pH around 7. 3 BOD bottles are prepared with diluted upstream and downstream water sample and blank solution. In our experiment, our volume of the water sample is 100 ml. Okay. Next, we need to measure each initial DO of samples by using DO probes. You must ensure that the DO probe is cleaned with distilled water before the next measurement. Ensure that you wear gloves. Next, seal the mouth of the BOD bottles by using the sealing film. The BOD bottles are kept in the incubator at 20 degrees Celsius. The final readings of DO are taken after 5 days.
Total suspended solids include all particles suspended in water which will not pass through the filter. As the total suspended solid increase, a water body begins to lose its ability to support diversity of aquatic life. So the objective of this experiment is to determine the concentration of total suspended solids in the water sample.
So our apparatus is filter paper, electronic balance, water sample, desiccator, disposable aluminium dish, and oven. First, we weight the filter paper with the disposable aluminium dish using the electronic balance. Next, we pour the water sample on the filter paper and turn on the pump. The pump will suck all the water from the sample. Next, turn off the pump and place the filter paper with the disposable aluminium dish into an oven for 1 hour at 103 to 105 degrees Celsius. After heating the sample, we place it in the desiccator and cover it to let it cool down. We measure the weight again and record the result. Repeat the step again for another sample to get the average.